Okay, guys, so thank you very much for talking to me today. I think the first question I want to ask is to you, Seth. When you see your book transformed to this big kind of blockbuster Hollywood movie, what goes through your mind?
Well, it's surreal. It's I can't believe that 3 years ago I had this idea for a book, less than 3 years ago, really, and here we are in Sydney, Australia, promoting a movie that Tim Burton produced, Timur Bekmambetov directed, Caleb Deschanel shot, and Ben Walker acted in. And it's like, it is surreal, but extremely satisfying, and especially because I'm proud of what we've done. We have taken a book that was a very tricky adaptation, and we have really made it into just like something so different than some of the blockbusters that we're used to seeing now during the summer. We've made it big and muscular and exciting and satisfying, but we've also, made it cool and made it historical, and I just hope people dig it.
And the casting process for the film, it seemed like every day in the trades or some you update about who's auditioning for it, who's going to be part of it. What was that process like for you during the whole?
Well, I mean, I met Timur just generally in Los Angeles, and I've always loved his work and would be happy to work with him on anything. And then I was working on a musical about another American president, and he came and saw that, and then we did a screen test, and then we worked on the Gettysburg Address, and then we did a prosthetics. I mean, this is over the course of about 8 months. So every time I got to work with Timur, regardless of whether or not it meant I was going to get the job, was an opportunity to work with Timur. So I just soaked it up, and the fact that I actually got to make the movie was, I guess, luck.
Seth, you're in a good position where you can actually adapt your own novel to the screenplay. Was it fun, essentially, rewriting your book into another format?
Fun wasn't the first word that came to my mind, although at times it was fun. It was challenging. It was a challenge because you can't help but get tangled up with your own ego. When I'm writing a book, I'm the unquestioned, auteur. I'm the last word. When I'm writing a screenplay, I'm there to service the director's vision, even if it is my book. And so, once I got over that initial resistance and that initial ego and just said, you know what, Timur has got this. He's got it. He's got the film in his head. Trust in him. Go full bore. Then it became fun. Then it became a matter of getting to tell the same story in a completely different way and with completely different tools, and inventing new parts of a story that I never imagined I would be inventing. Mm-hmm. And it was satisfying, and seeing the end result, I can't believe it. It's kind of remarkable.
Ben, you spoke yesterday about researching Lincoln,
yeah.
reading a lot of books. Is there anything that came across about him that really surprised you?
Well, certainly. I think as Americans, we put him on a pedestal. We in some way kind of rob him of his humanity because we think so highly of him. And what really surprised me was how conflicted he was, and how complicated, and how melancholy he was, and the fact that he wrote poetry. I mean, he's someone that you know because he's on the $5 bill, and you don't think about the nuance of who he was. And luckily, we have a director like Timur who's coming to Lincoln with fresh eyes, and you can really start to imbue the movie with that kind of nuance and complexity. And I really enjoyed feeling like I got to know Abraham Lincoln, the young man, and the statesman, as opposed to Abraham Lincoln, the American idol we've made him into.
Yeah. Seth, I just want to talk about your professional relationship you've got with Tim Burton. He produced this film, you wrote his last one, Dark Shadows, and now you're attached to Beetlejuice 2. How's things going on with that?
Well, that Beetlejuice is everyone's waiting for me to crack the idea right now. I've just written an animated movie that Tim's going to produce with me and my company as well. And I love working with Tim. I think we both had a great experience working with Tim, and I think it was kind of Tim's initial interest in this book that led us all here. Yeah. And he was always the godfather and the protector of this idea, and was so supportive of Timur and the film that he wanted to make. And and I think it's safe to say we wouldn't be here without him. And I just like Ben said about Timur, I would follow Tim Burton into a lava pit if he asked me to. I mean, I'm ready to do whatever he wants. I love working with him.
Great. Well, thank you very much for your time. And
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
congratulations with the film.
Thanks,
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Have a good one.
All right.